that time, ain't it? All right. Live here on the clapper. Right. We'll notify everybody. All right. Good morning. Good morning. Again, this is Justice's Waiting Room. This is a daily live podcast where we discuss news and politics. I am your host. My name is Jared. Good morning. On a little early today, I do have to, well, work. So, show will start off the same. Just gonna be a little earlier. Hey, as far as I'm concerned, the world turns. Good to go. Every morning, we listen to Edwin Starr's War. Slept like a baby. First story right off the rip. Okay. Buenos dias. Have a fantastic week. Have a great day. First story of the day is great. Is great. Off the rip. Per CNBC. Thank you, Flirty. Uh, the best president of all time, Joseph Biden, has pardoned Dr. Anthony Fauci, General Milley, and all of the people involved with the January 6th committee. Um, Here's a couple articles. The cops that testified, right? Thank you. I'll be real honest. The article I posted from CNBC, the body was gone. So when I opened the article, there was no body. And that's why I was like, oh, shit. Like, who else? So here's the article from The Hill that actually says words in the body of the article instead of just being a blank page. Let's see. From The Hill. Thank you to Ella Lee this morning, 7:24 a.m. So this is hot. This is 20 minutes old. President Biden granted pardons to several prominent public servants Monday who have faced attacks from President-elect Trump in one of his final acts in office. One of them. Biden issued pardons for Dr. Anthony Fauci, the former director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, who led the nation's COVID-19 pandemic response, and retired General Mark Milley, the former chair of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. The president also pardoned members and staff of the House committee that investigated the January 6, 2021 Capitol attack, in addition to the U.S. Capitol Police and D.C. Metropolitan Police officers who testified before the Select Committee. I want to make sure that we also point out, yes, he did. Yes, he did. What is it? Oh, sorry. Absolutely nothing. All right, so I want to make sure that we also read the last sentence in this because it's important because Trumpers don't read, right? So, in his statement Monday morning, the pardons do not indicate that individuals engaged in any wrongdoing. it cuts off avenues of investigation for future litigation. So I understand there's people out there like, oh my God, this is the end. This means that Donald Trump is going to be president, and that's not what that fucking means. Um, yeah, I don't like. I don't even know who that is. Hey, Mel's. I'm sharing like news from reputable news sources, and you're like, DK Tater said. I'm just, I'm just fucking with you, man. Or lady, or you can be whatever you want. Monday, whatever. Um, kind of looking through the news. Obviously, everybody's talking about Joe Biden signing a new executive order. Yes, let's talk about this. He changed Executive Order 13961. Okay, so I'll click this link. Hey, Jilly, come on. Okay, so here's this from yesterday. Okay, so we'll try to ascertain what we can. Oh, it's not that long. Okay, the executive order on the partial revocation of Executive Order 13961. Okay, sections 1, 3, 4, 5, and 7 of Executive Order 13961 are revoked. 2, 6, and 8 of Executive Order 13961 are renumbered as 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, this didn't do shit. I don't even know why I shared that. That was a nothing burger. But yeah, the government is setting up new rules to make sure the government works even when it doesn't. Does everybody understand? So what they should have done a long time ago, regardless of who's in power, is consolidate power and get away from having a fascist president fucking destroy a democracy, right? Just because he's a fucking piss baby. Um, and I don't. There was also, uh, Donald Trump does what Donald Trump has been doing this entire time. Okay, kind of goes without saying. I think that this is Donald Trump flipping on Elon Musk. Okay. So the first link I shared in the YouTube. So if you wanna see the links and you wanna click on the links, I'm on the Something Is Wrong 2024 subreddit. The link I shared is to the second video down, sorted by best, which is I believe the natural sorter. And it just says the title is Trump admitting Elon helped rig Pennsylvania. And so, without making you listen to the fucking video, uh, Donald Trump said Elon is really good with these counting computers. And again, it's a we see this now, and I've tried to tell people this whole time. We are seeing and hearing things that we were never meant to see or hear. It's a nature of technology and sort of like evolution, like, and as species as they evolve, and there are more complex processes and stimuli, you achieve, the height of human, the height of being a fucking human, and I've been saying, aliens, we are the fucking aliens. We are the, what I mean, we, Elon's a bit brazen, you want to say. She was also wearing body armor. So I also want to point this out. Elon Musk only spoke for a couple minutes. He was super fucking nervous and he was wearing body armor. So he knows his days are fucking numbered. It's just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. If it's not his kid, it's body armor. Um, and it is kind of true. No matter what happens today, he's definitely said that in this conversation he was having at his rally that he was talking to some former Olympians and they were talking about him being able to affect where the Olympics are hosted or some shit. And he told them, I won't be your president in 26 and 28. And then they rigged the election. Oh, Jesus. His human helmet. Oh, that's the worst. It makes me sick. I don't even have kids. Um, but yeah, want to make sure we say that. Like, no matter what happens, he literally said, I won't be your president in 26 and 28. And then he said, but then they rigged the election, and now I'll be president in 28. And you're like, the fuck, Don? The fuck? Oh, and by the way, Jasmine Crockett last night, um, finally they're starting to speak out publicly and kind of charge him. And the dam's starting to break, which is fucking excellent. Yeah. She's the right blend of intelligence and danger. Yeah, for fucking sure. I'm for anyone with a spine. I love reading headlines that say Tesla suffers sharp decline in sales. Think they'll make Trump leave the country? Right, right. But yeah, I just want to make sure that we say on this podcast that, in my opinion, okay, in my opinion, um, Donald Trump admitted it all last night. And I've been preaching like loose lips sink ships. You're on a need to know basis. You don't need to know. There's a reason they're not communicating with you is because if they did, it would just lengthen an investigation. In my eyes, it puts the fucking cherry on top of that entire fucking 100%. I've been saying this whole time. I made up a story, Alicia, about Donald Trump's lunch at the White House. And I was like, listen, this isn't true. I'm making it up. Kamala was hiding behind the fucking door, jacked him up with a shot of truth serum, and they fucking got a confession out of his ass on camera at the lunch at the White House. I've been saying that. Ask the mods, ask the modriarchy. Where y'all at? Y'all can fucking testify to that. But yeah, yeah. I made up a story. It's the best fuck. I'm such a fucking good make up a goddamn story person. I can just make some shit up, bro. Because you gotta understand, I am a fucking pathological liar, like as a child, and it fucked my social life up. And I quickly, as like a 13, 14-year-old kid, realized like you can't be fucking lying to people because people won't want to be your fucking friends, right? Like when you realize that before you can fucking drive a car, you start lying to motherfuckers and people just do not want to know you. And so as a result of being I am a pathological liar, but I have learned that lesson so early in life and it had such a fucking impact on my life that I became like in less than 4 or 5 years, I went from being like a dare kid going to church 3, 4 days a week, proselytizing to fucking everybody, being that obnoxious fucking asshole Christian that you fucking have grown to fucking hate in less than 5 years, atheist, fucking, you know what I mean? Like the have completely dropped all of those what I would call like completely destructive white cis male behavior patterns that we've come to know and fucking love, right? So as a result of being a fucking pathological liar that has decided not to live that way, um, I can tell a fucking story. I can, boy, boy, don't let this imagination run wild, because I'm a pathological liar. I can fucking rip one. You know what I mean? So the story about what really happened at the lunch at the White House. I've told other stories that are fucking hilarious. I think that I made up. Was there a moment that caused a change? Yeah. So I can actually talk about it now. I'm not being held. Hold on, Alicia. Put a pin in that. When I was in sixth grade, so I was about 12, 13 years old. Um, I had a sleepover at my house, and a bunch of guys that I was friends with at the time. This is like before middle school, at the end of elementary. It was the fall of sixth grade. It was a crisp evening. Anyway, uh, thanks, Sonia. Um, I had a sleepover at my house, and there was a half a dozen boys, and these were the fucking cool kids, for the record. The coolest boys in that I graduated with. That was who was at this fucking party when I was in sixth grade. Um, and basketball players, football players, as an athlete, these are just the cool kids. Um, and keep in mind, I always tell people like I have worked since before it was legal, and even though my parents made good money, I never got treated like that. Like I was raised poor, you know what I mean? We ate beans and cornbread, you know what I mean? So every kid's a liar till they hold on. So hold on. A destructive pathological liar? No. So what happened is we partied, except we were little kids. We did all the did all the things. Um, it was like a Halloween sleepover thing. You know, we'd gone trick or treating. We'd made hot dogs. We'd roasted marshmallows. We were gonna camp in a tent outside. And long story short, there was a full moon on the eastern bow, and my parents owned property above the White River, and so our whole fucking backyard was bright as fuck because of this full moon in October when I was in fucking sixth grade at a sleepover in my house for Halloween. So full moon, Halloween, all that shit, right? And so we bed down for the night. Okay, so we all decided we were gonna sleep in the same tent and shit. And this ain't no gay shit. This ain't no weird shit. So just before anybody gets any ideas, like, oh my god, where are we going? It's not that. We were reading like the scary stories you tell in the dark and fucking goosebumps, being fucking kids, and there were gunshots in real life. Boosh, 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 and then we heard, and then we saw lights, like giant spotlights. And again, my parents' property was atop a hill, and when you walk around to the top of the hill, you see down into the White River Valley, and you could see like somebody's farm, and you could see the White River as it snakes around our fucking property, and dead ass, people were poaching in our woods. So again, this ain't about anybody getting diddled. This is about poachers in our fucking woods. And my dad, and again, I tell this story like I'm a pathological liar. You have to understand some shit. I'm telling the truth. My dad's favorite movie is Deer Hunter. I grew up hunting, my family was part of the NRA. We went to the fucking weapons training shit. Do you know what I'm talking about? The annual certifications. We were big into that shit when I was a kid. My dad's favorite movie was fucking Deer Hunter. He was an air traffic controller in the fucking Navy. Okay, and he made it through buds. Not he didn't become a SEAL. He made it through buds, and then found out my mom was pregnant with me, and they decided to get out of the Navy and move to Ohio and become an air traffic controller. So my dad, who's like a special athlete too, And when I say that, my dad used to show up at wrestling practice after work and beat everyone in the room but me and be like old. Like my dad, when I was a little kid, my dad, my little 5'10" ass, 180 pounds, soaking fucking wet ass dad, could dunk a basketball. A little white boy from fucking Austin, Indiana. Yes. My dad beat my ass in everything. It literally beat my ass and beat my ass in everything until I was like 15, 16. Yeah, he was a fucking insane athlete for old. And so when I was in sixth grade, at a fucking and if you know where the story is going because you've already heard it, or you can just have like a fucking vivid imagination, my fucking dad with his shirt off in fucking shorts with a gun in his hand went whipping by our tent 100 fucking miles an hour with no flashlight and ran down into the fucking woods. There weren't boosh boosh and fucking lights anymore. And a few days later, my brother and I went back down into the woods to hunt, and we saw a large area of depressed land. So, what I'm saying is, this is very near a body of water. Think of like um, a reedy marsh, and it's all sunken a foot in, and you could definitely see a depression in the an imprint in the land, and there was blood, and enough blood that you were like, this was a horse, this was this is a bear. um and we never, for the record, those boys left, called their parents in the middle of the night and left. And so, I mean, imagine being like in sixth grade and having a sleepover for Halloween and having this great big old day and like great fucking time, actually. Bed down, telling scary stories, you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, shit flies off the fucking handle, and your old man, you ever, have you ever, it's like you light a match and you're like, holy shit. That's the kind of temper my dad had. So when he went like whipping by us, he ran cross country in high school. Like when he went whipping by our tent, like I've not seen a person move that fast in my lifetime ever. And my dad used to take me to watch Jonathan White. For those of you that don't know who Jonathan White is like the best long distance runner Indiana's ever had. And I seen him run in real life. And my dad with a weapon in his hand and no fucking shirt on ran into the bush, sir, ma'am. And then I'm sitting there trying to be like, oh, I'm sure he just like ran them off the property. I thought I heard their four wheelers. You know what I mean? Like everything's going to be fine. But yeah, all them kids fucking left and never spoke to me again. Because my dad left to go on a hunting trip for 2 fucking weeks after that happened. And all these things are fucking crazy. I told the kids at school that he died and that the ceremony is going to be held out of state. Mostly to like overscore what had happened at the fucking sleepover, because what the fuck, and also the fact that he left the state, went to Nebraska or Arkansas or some shit to hunt. So anyway, it's the morning of the inauguration. I thought I'd get on here early and we'd talk about the pardons. And also, I have a recurring dream that I keep having over and over that I think is a fucking awesome beginning to a video gamer story. Um, okay, first things first. Let's talk about the pardons and why that doesn't mean that Donald Trump will be president. That's like they are two separate things. Um, any elected official that is a MAGA that doesn't get removed from office is going to use their political power to push for lawsuits against and use American tax dollars. Anyone. It doesn't have to be Donald Trump. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. We'll see. As late as possible. I don't want them to know where life could be a movie. I'm telling you, I felt like I've lived 1,000 fucking lives. Infinite life. Yes. A distraction. hmm I just want to make sure everybody knows that Donald Trump, within 48 hours of taking office, yeah, that came out yesterday. Been so curious to your thoughts and admissions. It's a cherry on top of the investigation, man. It really is. Because remember that Jack Smith's report was submitted October 2nd, right? That covered the 2021 election. That special report went all the way up to again October 2nd. So the final report that the volume 1 that we read through, um, so yeah, the impeachment of Joe Biden went as you expected. It yielded fucking nothing because that man is a goddamn saint, and it's a ding dong. Donald Trump is just a ding dong. There's a lot of fucking moving parts to this. I think it all happens at noon. Like I'll be at work when the hot shit happens. Got you stressed, man. Yeah, you control what you can control. I've been saying it's gonna be a day. It's gonna be a day. I'm telling you. Um, gonna be a fucking day, dog. That's true. Make sure that you like uh this. Make sure you follow, subscribe, whatever. Okay. Again, I just want to make sure that everyone understands before all of this begins that the inauguration was not moved because of weather. Everybody say that with me. The inauguration was not moved because of weather. Yeah, I'll eat dinner and maybe. It kind of depends what happens. I think we'll see it go down. Fuck, I don't know, Brasher. You make me. I feel like there's eyeballs everywhere. I listen. One of my wife and I's favorite movies. All TikToks related to election interference have no ability to like, comment, or share. So again, yeah, yeah. I saw that later. I was talking about DC new executive order. I need a link to it so I can pull it up so we can read it. I should probably open Discord. That might be ideal. Here I am, like, yeah, I feel like I'm swimming out in the middle of the ocean. I got nothing. I'll pull it up. By the way, this is on topic but off topic because I'm a hardcore video gamer. Um, Elon Musk tweeted out last night that he cheated in Path of Exile 2 and Diablo 4. He boosted, which means that he literally was not playing the fucking game, and his character was gaining experience and getting better loot and gear and shit without actually fucking playing. And then he'd look like an idiot when he would go to play because he couldn't get his character to work because he didn't know the rotation. He didn't know what he was fucking doing. Gives a council emergency exec. Yeah, I need to find a link to it, friends. I'm not finding it. Scrolling the chat. That's tilt. Here we go. Here you go. Here you go. Did you? It must have deleted it if it's not me posting it. Okay. We talking about 13961? Is that what everybody's want to talk about? TLDR. Let's go. Oh, volumes is very low. What? What's going on? Yeah, my volume should be perfect. This is a brand new headset. I mean, I suppose I could move it closer to my face. Yeah, I'm trying to find. Granting executive powers to a restricted principles committee that will be published in a national continuance policy. That's what we were talking about. The continuity of operations is a United States federal government initiative required by U.S. Presidential Policy Directive 40, PPD 40, to ensure that agencies are able to continue performance of essential functions under a broad range of circumstances. That smells like war to me. PPD 40 specifies certain requirements for continuity plan development, including the requirement that all federal executive branch departments and agencies develop an integrated overlapping community capability that supports the 8 national essential functions described in the document. Yeah, yeah, baby. They're talking about a plan that whether or not something's going to happen. Somebody said we need 4 things based off the document: proof of leadership succession and delegation, a list of essential government functions, relocation plan for government officials, and a national emergency communications plan. Okay. Ting. Adding the fucking constitutional part of such T, bro. Yeah, no shit, dude. See, it's war, baby. NECP. But yeah, this is, I mean, think about this. This is, for many people, today is the culmination of your career. This is what your career hinges on. I saw it on St. Gale, but I don't know if it made me more nervous. It's for war. Like you wouldn't do this and let Donald Trump fuck around in a war. You know what I mean? Yeah, Adris, what would be the purpose of all those executive orders and all these changes? Something we're not going to happen. Donald Trump could just come into office and undo all those executive orders with a flick of a wrist. Why the fuck would you do that? So fucking dumb. There are hostile foreign world leaders going to be at this inauguration today. It what? And by the way, it apparently is the inauguration is going to be held in the rotunda. Okay, so I'm willing to take a step back here and say Mike Flynn doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about, and whatever he said did not go Because again, from my understanding, this shit is at the fucking rotunda. Okay? And only elected officials will allow to be there. Yeah, we talked about that, Alicia. That's what St. Gale said, told him that the 14th Amendment don't even fucking matter here. I've been trying to tell y'all, Like, it's one thing for him to not be eligible for the job. That's one thing. It's a whole nother thing when Jack Smith, the special counsel of the Department of Justice, says, even though he's not eligible for the job, he won the election. So we're going to go ahead and dismiss this. Okay? Yeah, so you read your amendments before you ask questions. You've got to you one of the things you've got to have is a basic understanding of how this all works, and it's based on your rights. Go read the articles, go read the amendments, understand the 12th amendment ties presidential and vice presidential candidates together. Because you wouldn't want to, the way they used to do this was the guy that won the election's president, the guy that got second's the fucking VP. Okay? That is not shit is not going to fly. That would have never fucking worked in 2024. Can you imagine fucking Kamala Harris as president with JD Vance's dipshit ass as the VP? Could you imagine a fucking presidency with Donald J. Trump as president and Tim Walz as the fucking VP? No. No. You can't do that. Yeah. Catching that fish in a larger trap. Yep. Back in a circle. Yeah, you gotta. Yep. Why'd I get more than you in school? Your teachers are scared. My teachers gave me extra reading after class, after school. My teachers went to my church. My teachers were everywhere. You know what I mean? I worked a part-time job at Finish Line for a year in high school with my Spanish teacher. You know what I mean? She came and got a job where I worked part-time, so just to be in the vicinity. Um, Probably because she knew I was going to draw attention and I needed somebody there to actually get fucking speak Spanish because I'm a bubbly fella. But mostly, like, I'm not bound by curriculum. So I'm not bound by a state approved curriculum. I can tell you whatever the fuck I want as long, you know what I mean? As long as it's as something I can live with. You know what I mean? Remember, 20,000 active duty, not having my ton. Yeah, no, she ain't walking away from all this. She's too bubbly. If I was turning the keys to democracy over to a fucking fascist, I would be bawling. There's nothing I can do. This is gonna be awful. Fucking, you know what I mean? They've got way too much composure in political science. You should be a professor. I'm not humble enough. Too cocky to do that. My brain tells me aim higher. You know what I mean? No offense to fucking professors. My brain tells me my body is able. You know what I mean? I'm not pandering. Is actually how I feel. You know what I mean? When I talk about shit, talk about politics, talk about being a socialist, talk about socialism, is actually what I think. It's not manufactured. Yeah, every time I see her, she's too fucking happy. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, I'm the kind of person I'm making a great. I usually make a really good first impression. I generally get moved into leadership like everywhere I go. Um, uh, Verification's 30% off on Twitter. Oh, the big story going into today Vivek Ramaswamy is departing Doge, by the way. The Department of Government Efficiency got more efficient yesterday with the departure of Vivek Ramaswamy. I'm checking Twitter, see if anything's going on. Yeah, I've been trained, media trained to deliver candor, right? Like the expectation is that no amount of money can change the truth. Governments of Ohio. Hey, no, not at all. Not at all. I'm not. That's the thing. If I honestly felt like the powers that be were gonna do fucking nothing, they would be weeping. They would. I've been saying this whole fucking time. If they were powerless and there was nothing they could fucking do, and we're stuck with this chuckle fuck for the next 4 years, they'd have told you. They'd have come out and said his fucking name one time, but they did not do that. General Milley looks like a sad boy. Jake Paul, Logan Paul, and fucking Conor McGregor, the only three white boys on earth that can fight. Yeah, Harry Dunn got fucking Morning Rick. Yeah. I don't even know how many people are here, but I feel like now is about the time to say, listen to me. No matter what happens, you gotta stay ready so that you don't have to get ready. Cause the other guy's not ready. He just talks a lot. Okay. And so what you need to do is you need to get 8 hours of sleep a night, no matter what. Make it happen. Get get a nap in. If you get tired during the day, take a fucking nap. If you if you're gonna sleep well, you need to hydrate because I notice that I sweat more if I sleep more. So the more well rested I am, I feel like when I get out of bed, I got more gas. Well, my body, I'm already super sensitive. How the fuck did you do that? Temperature sensitive. I said tensitive. Why the fuck? So holy shit, Jared. Mouth ahead of brain? What? So, Jesus Christ, I even forgot what I was gonna say. Just had a fucking stroke. Um, yeah. Oh, take care of yourself. Fuck. So like once you get 8 hours of sleep and you gotta hydrate, okay? You gotta really make sure that you have uh clean water. And I know it's like everything has two parts. You gotta get 8 hours of sleep a night. You also, whatever the fuck you do during the day, it needs to lead you to sleep. If it doesn't lead you to sleep, then we got to make some changes because whatever we're doing is giving it. We have too much energy left at the end of the day. Okay. Why do you think he did preemptive pardon? Because baseless litigation is a waste of government resources, and that he could do that with a stroke of a pen and a few kind words. Just take it all off the table for any future legislator. This isn't the fuck Donald. These weren't the fuck Donald Trump pardons. These were the let's exonerate the people that are going to be the target of an unnecessary political litigation, political based litigation. specific. This is like the Hunter Biden morning. Just call it like this is the Hunter Biden thing. Like Hunter Biden got charged with a federal gun crime for filling out a form wrong. Uh, I understand that he's Joe Biden's fucking kid and he's a fucking attorney and he should fucking know better. But a federal gun charge for filling out a form wrong? Go fuck yourself, dude. That's political witch hunt. That is literally what they call it when they're receiving accountability. Is literally what they did to fucking Joe Biden. And so the answer to your question, hilariously, the answer to the question, why did Joe Biden pardon all those people this morning? The answer is Hunter Biden. Also, the answer is not trying to accuse Hunter Biden of doing some backroom deal with Ukraine. So understand that we're not fucking saying that. I'm saying like Hunter Biden's why all them people got fucking pardoned today. Because no matter who's in power, right? Whoever gets to retain power that didn't deserve it anyway, right? They're gonna have to jump through them fucking hoops. You fuck around with a pardon, ding dong. Especially if they like retire and shit and they're going living like a quiet, peaceful life. What the fuck are you gonna do? You know what I mean? I just had a tinge where it's like, I wonder if he makes it to the inauguration. I wonder if him and Elon Musk make it. What a time to be alive. I gotta think accountability's coming. On the rotunda, the U.S. Capitol, where he tried to overthrow the government 4 years ago, they're just gonna give it back to him? Here you go, Don. Y'all think, like, talk about the fucking symbolism of January 6th, 2021, Donald Trump orders, supports, directs, incites an insurrection upon the U.S. Capitol. And then 4 years and some fucking change later, it's like, yeah, here you go, Don. Here's the keys to the fucking castle that you tried to fucking break in 4 years ago. Like, do you know how fucking dark that is? Like, I get it. I play video games too, and I've also played some video games with dark ass plot lines. Okay? but I don't think that's how that works. Not with 344,000 federal government employees' jobs on the line, and Donald Trump saying he's going to do purity tests. He's going to ask you who you voted for. And if you don't say Donald Trump, he's going to fire you. And you think those people, that 344,000 federal government employees, were like, yeah, he's just blowing smoke up your ass. That's not who he really is. Everything you have dedicated to the taking down of that man. Are you fucking kidding me? Not a fucking question in my mind. See, I'm not meant for leadership. There's a reason I'm a journo, right? Is because I could fucking sit here and not incite violence, but essentially play to your fucking anger all day, right? I'm not a politician where like that's fucking dangerous and crazy and you shouldn't be saying that shit out loud, Don. Yeah, he confessed it all of it. He no for the record, Valerie, he didn't just confess, dear. He literally implicated Elon. Admitted he cheated, implicated Elon. I'm done with everyone telling me I'm delusional. I'm ready to win. How the fuck are you delusional? What are we delusional about? Facts? How the fuck am I delusional about news from a reputable source? I'm unclear as to what can be on an executive order and what can't. So I remember this article. Well, this is today. But yeah, this is a good article today. Yeah, Elon Musk was wearing a fucking bulletproof vest, had his kid tagging along behind him, only spoke for like 2.5 minutes and ran off the fucking stage. And he's clearly wearing like full body armor. He was more body armored than active duty personnel. Yeah. And then he had Elon come on after he said that shit. Then he was stuttering. Yeah, he was stuttering like a motherfucker. He couldn't even. He was a shell of himself. Not so confident now. Yeah, there's an article from AP about what's an executive order. Okay. Oh yeah. Mm-mm-mm. And I gotta say this too. I gotta say this too. You also pardon all those people. That's bait. That's bait. That's bait to get them to show up mad. That's bait. They did that. They did that because Donald's heart was gonna stop, and so you text him that he pardoned all his fucking targets, and his fucking heart started beating right, and he was able to get out of bed today and fucking see whose world we can fucking ruin now. Like, yeah, I honestly, this was bait. That was bait like a motherfucker. That was bait if I've ever fucking seen it. You know the fucking meme? That's bait. Like that. That's what I saw when I saw Donald Trump pardons fucking Fauci. I was like, bait. That's bait. You want to draw out stupid? Bait. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's no fucking way. I want it all. Man at the Garden. We're listening to Man at the Garden. We're manifesting not only not only their downfall, but I want all their shit too. Do you understand? Like, I want Twitter to be a public utility. I want fucking SpaceX absorbed by NASA. I want the fucking CIA to absorb Starlink and Neuralink. Cause get Neuralink off the fucking market, please. Dear God, what the fuck? Get that shit off the fucking market. Stop selling that to foreign countries. God damn it. Stop. Get Neuralink off the market. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay. But we're manifesting more. I'm done manifesting their downfall, and now I'm on to what I want other shit. I got demands. You know what I mean? I want Twitter. I want TikTok. I want them public utilities. I want the First Amendment to be unregulated. I want the sites themselves to have better fucking AI systems and shit. But I want to also say this, as we listen to Kendrick Lamar's Man at the Garden, and if you hadn't heard this fucking masterpiece, this is what Kamala Harris says as she takes the podium. She's walking up there and she's saying, I want it all. I want it all. As she walks up there, I want it all. Can you imagine me being like a high school basketball coach? I'm telling you, I can make the next Jordan. I can make the next Jordan. I can motivate that person. I could be there every fucking day and be like, bust your head, son. If he thinks he's in danger and he shouldn't have his kid with him. Yeah, I deserve it all. I deserve it all. I want monthly payments behind their downfall. I deserve it all. I deserve it all. I feel bad for Grimes. I feel bad for his daughter. Evelyn, is that her name? She's a pretty woman. And the reason that Elon Musk had such a hard time with Evelyn's transition is because it wasn't she's beautiful and it wasn't his doing. And it's so epic and poetic that Evelyn is actually like a good kid. And Vivian, I'm sorry. I don't know why I did Evelyn. Vivian. Is it Vivian? Is it Vivian? Or is it Evelyn? Fuck, I can't remember. I'm willing to be wrong though. He has a child that's fucking transitioned, and he has a horrible relationship with his kid. I can empathize, and as it could be Vivian, it could be. I can be fucking wrong. I am allowed to be wrong and be like, oh okay, I was wrong. My bad, dog. This is called taking accountability. So Vivian transitioned, and not like with Elon's help or permission. and Vivian's like a beautiful woman and a decent person. And Elon Musk has nothing to fucking do with that. And I empathize greatly. Now, I'm not trans, I'm not gay, none of that shit. I'm a white cis male. I just happen to care a lot about people that don't look like me and fucking say insult MAGA, then stand in front of them in body armor, Emma, with his kid running around. Yeah, take it all from all of them. Take money from all those billionaires, take all their money and just give it to everybody. And if you want to know how do you do that, RICO, racketeering. Happy MLK Day. Tell me why you deserve the greatest of all time, motherfucker. I deserve it all. Mm. You know, by the way, did you know that quote from Kamala Harris about only when it's darkest can you truly see the stars? April 3rd, 1968. Only when it's dark enough can you see the stars. Been to the mountaintop speech. Here you go. So, one of the recurring themes on my podcast has been and my content has been, is it dark enough yet? Is it dark enough? Mm-mm-mm-mm. And I made a video today because when I woke up and checked the news, there were a lot of media outlets covering Donald Trump's intended ICE raids. Uh, I want to make sure. I'm seeing TikTok beauty and Sunseed are live on there. Well, from what I understand, Kathy, you can't actually go live on TikTok after it got unbanned. And yes, I had been banned. And from my experience going back on TikTok live, I don't see the TikTok shop anymore. I don't see TikTok shop anymore. The algorithm does not feel nearly as smooth and well delivered as it was in the prior iteration of TikTok. I can't go live, but I also can't see anyone else going live. I don't see other people live. I don't see my friends live. So if they are, it's fine. Could have just been the time frame. But I'm in school getting a degree in data analytics from Purdue. Okay. And part of that is programming. Okay. Part of that is program. They don't want you to see this. They want to be able to dispute what happened today. The media wants to be able to dispute what happens today. So know that there is a reason that you are not expected to be able to watch this happen live. Just so someone has said it out loud, they are trying to keep you from seeing this. Okay. Okay, good. Good, 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 good. Good. Okay, so maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just me. Creators are told no live. I don't. Oh, they activated again. No live. Okay, so I can't read the comments because y'all are arguing about whether or not there are lives in the comments, and it's fucking my brain up. Okay. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. You know, it's awesome. I don't miss Facebook, Threads, IG, Messenger. I don't miss it at all. I don't miss it at all. I'm just gonna share a bunch of songs for you today. Cat. All I thought about was Boondock Saints when you said that. Has anybody seen Boondock Saints? Like one of my favorite fucking movies of all time. Lives back up on TikTok. Okay. Yeah, I fuck with YouTube. I can look directly into the camera and without moving my head, I can see the chat. And I'm a little different of a show, right? I'm sending you the link in the chat. I'm actually communicating with the chat. If I can do that without having to move my head, I can do this for a long time. But if I have to like keep doing this, you're going to end up with like neck and spine issues. But if I can sit, straight up in a chair and not move my head very much to be able to I could do this forever. That's what I'm getting. I could do it every day. It's not harmful shit. You know what I mean? Think that I just realized what it means. All I see is fireworks, fireworks. Oh. I love this song. I love Fireworks by Drake. It's one of my favorite songs. Also, Drake has the my favorite song of all time is called Peak by Drake. I don't know if I've ever told you that. Have I ever told you guys that? My favorite song ever? Yeah, so there's a song called Peak by Drake. It was on this album. I think it was on Scorpion. Yeah, it was on Scorpion. And they fucked up the distribution of the album, so a lot of people have never actually heard this song. I'll be working. Yeah, I'm in at 10. But here's what I saw that I'm not banking on. So cross your fucking fingers that I read this correctly. Cross your fingers that I read this correctly. We're caught in a trap. Can't walk out. Epic troll. Yeah. Boondock Saints, BB. That's all I'm thinking about. Okay, please, prophet girl. Where are your good manners? Reply with pleasantries. Honestly, I can't stand you. You gonna make me turn up for you. Fuck yeah, Jackie. You gonna make me turn up for you. Your favorite song's Passion Fruit? I fucking love that song too. I love Drake. I was a Michael Jackson fan when I was a little kid. I was a huge Michael Jackson fan. I've seen the Thriller movie and fucking he made this other movie too. Like I think it was something that had to do with Smooth Criminal. I think that was the name of the film. I've been up since 4 a.m. every day. Allows them to be. Girl, that could never be me. I found my peace. I'm about to say my piece. You might not agree with me. Fucking love that shit. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Turn up for you. A just said there was a firefight. Hell yeah. We'll make it turn off for you. Uh, Theme song for the day, Fireworks by Drake with Alicia Keys. And then I was like, actually, my favorite song ever by Drake is Peak. And so I put Peak in the comments. And then somebody said their favorite song by Drake was Passion Fruit. And I said, I fucking love that. I love Drake. I was a Michael Jackson fan when I was a little kid. So a lot of people streaming birds or pets today. That's fucking wild. Fell asleep at 8, woke up midnight. Hey, just try to get 8 hours of sleep. Yeah, Peaks far and away. Like motivate. It's romantic. It motivates me. I would want to hear this before I give a speech. It just like it is my center. It is where I belong. Some people don't ever find a song that is fucking you. But like Peak by Drake, perfect. That is he is I is him. 439. I got a new headset, so I can try to turn the threshold up a little bit. I'll turn the threshold up just a touch, okay? So if you can hear me, okay? But yeah, I like as opposed to like a bunch of bullshit and like talk about animal. Well, I mean, I could talk about my dogs. I love my dogs, but like I like sharing music. Like the way I have love for the human race. I actually like people. I am not a hating ass motherfucker. You know what I mean? Just not a hater. That's why I like share music and shit that I like. Because if I turn it up, then you'll realize I actually can't sing, and then you'll just leave. That's why I was headed down a little bit. Oh, I wanted to tell you. I wanted to tell you something. I figured out why Donald Trump's been unleashing crypto and Melania Trump released crypto. Obviously, it's a rug pull. Of course, they're trying to fucking get rich quick, but they're broke. Why are they broke? Sanctions. Duh. They ain't got no money. They can't use their card nowhere. They can only pay with fucking crypto. I just want to make sure I said that. That shit that happened to fucking Laura Loomer and Nick Fuentes. Aw, girl. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, by the way, the slickest shit I've heard so far, the slickest joke I've heard about this shit so far is somebody saying, like, I can't wait for Kamala to just walk out to the microphone and be like, I'm going to be the president of the fucking United States or whatever. And then she looks at, and then of course everybody's like, why not Donald Trump? And she says into the microphone, maybe next time he'll think before he cheats. Hit it, Carrie. And fucking Carrie Underwood's shit starts. And you're just like, oh my God, I would fucking die. I would die if an elected official, oh my God. He not only did he commit fucking treason, wait, why isn't he going to be president? You should have thought about that before you cheated. Take it away, Carrie. And she just like, she's paid already. She's forced to fucking stand there and take it. Or give it. She's a performer. She's giving. And I also want to point out that probably one of the most bigoted human beings in history had gay men perform at his rally last night. Racist and homophobic, and he was forced to look at scantily clad men. And if you look at the look on his face, he was not disgusted. He was like, I'm totally correct. This was the correct decision today. And you're like, Don, Don, Snoop actually coming for Harris' inauguration? Unburden yourself to this police car. I feel it coming, baby. I can't sing The Weeknd's I Feel It Coming because that shit is entirely. He was dancing. He was into it. I'm telling you. He didn't need his ED pills last night. If you know what I'm saying. That little Cheeto crusted mushroom. One last time, Don. Now, before you throw up, let's listen to a different song. Please arrest him. Where was JD? I don't know. Becca fucking a couch? Did you see the. I didn't. That was just sarcasm. This is like the first thing that came to my hands. Dancing with his double BJ hands. Yeah, he always does this. Hey, gentlemen, you may not be able to fucking dance. Hey. If you got a penis between your legs, we got to talk real quick. This shit, if you are a fucking straight man, Not it, bro. Let's just never fucking do that shit again. Good to go? Like, I listen, I don't have to be given much instruction. I just want to make that, like, generally speaking, when somebody tells me, like, this shit is not a good look, oh, okay. On a list of shit that'll never happen again is fucking double BJ hands, Don. And that motherfucker whips them out. He just like, dick, everywhere. Look at all the dick. And you're like, Don, god damn it. Like, you're supposed to be a bigot. You know what I mean? He's just like, dick, I heard music. And you're like, I don't understand. Yeah, and he's wiggling his ass. And it's just like, is he the sub? Like, he projects this fucking Dom shit, but is he the fucking sub? And the same thing could be said for Elon Musk, little dumb freak ass. And like, you know what it really is? We're being oppressed by men who have never explored their sexuality, and who have just been like in these in relationships they clearly are not happy in. I mean, Elon Musk has like 12 kids by like 5 different fucking women. You know what I mean? Like, he clearly is unhappy. He's a sub. Donald Trump's the sub. Told him he's a puppy. He's definitely a sub. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, Donald Trump is also a puppet. And you know how else I know he's gay? Because Putin's clearly got his hand up his ass and is gesticulating him. Um, for those of you that just learned a new word, I'm sorry, and you're welcome. So, what else do you want to know about me that you don't already know? Oh, you need the easiest song that's the most motivating? That I think is just like the easiest way to motivate people. I love that fucking song. It's Go Do It. I think the artist's name is Zaya. Ziah. Yeah, I love that fucking song. Super Prison is a lot. And who else do I need to introduce you to? Well, Jack Harlow is basically like me except a rapper. And he just put out Tranquility, and that's a really good song 3 weeks ago. This is a good fucking song, by the way. What happening? The revolution will be televised, but apparently not the fucking bullshit that's going to go on at the fucking rotunda. Hey, fuck it, I'll just keep the tranquility. I fucking love that shit. Music and civic lessons is the best. Fuck yeah. And I like hardcore rap. Like, oh yeah. Anyway, this is JID. You're welcome. I'm looking at a playlist. Sorry. If somebody comes up with something awesome I should totally talk about, Jared, I'll do it. I'm guessing no agenda free on YouTube. So let me get you over to agenda free. Hey, if I got paid $250,000 a year, I would sit here all day, talk about the fucking news, play music, bullshit, but you gonna have to fucking pay me. So I could do the math. Because if I'm gonna go live every day and it has to replace a job that pays $250,000 a year, so this is how much money we have to make after taxes per day. So I just say 250,000 divided by 365. $700 and plus a day. Drill. Oh, I fucking love drill. Drill's my shit. Hmm. And then I'm a big freestyle. I love freestyle. I love like I especially love remixes. I like remixes when it's like the original artist who's already super popular reaches out to someone that's like a up and coming artist and they remake their song and it's fucking a bazillion times better and you're like, "Oh my god, that was the fucking version." Yeah. But I like Don't Give Up on Me by Meek Mill is fucking Give Up on Me. It's got Friday Official in it if you know who that is. Up on Me. But I like Philly. I was like Dreams and Nightmares for me, the song Dreams and Nightmares, one of the best motivators in art ever. Like Meek Mill really can drive you. You know what I hope. Mm-hmm. Do I have a favorite remake? Ooh, it's a fucking good question. Favorite remake. Okay, so dead ass. I'm a big Tool, Perfect Circle. I was an alternative DJ in college. Yo, Auburn hair, eyebrow pierced, plugs in my ears. Hosted a alternative radio station at Purdue. Um, and just played fucking my fucking angry shit. But anyway, so I can't remember her name. It's a woman, okay? But she does 46 and 2, okay? By Tool. And it's a fucking black woman singer and you're like, "What the actual fuck?" And it's a goddamn zillion times fucking better. I will find it for you. Sophia Eurista, I'm pretty positive is her name. They also did No Quarter. I'm pretty sure this is yeah, because she has the curly hair, like a black woman with curly hair. I mean, you're gonna remember that forever. It's like the Black Betty Boop. I just put it in there. 46 and 2. Brass Against is the I don't know. And I have a range of these. So there's like you want to get more serious? There's remakes of Tool songs with full orchestra and the singer. For the record, I'm gonna say that again. There are remakes of Tool songs with the full orchestra and the singer, like and the talent. Fucking and like that's how you know you made good shit. When they will bring a fucking orchestra in and have the singer show up to fucking rip too. And for the record, women make everything better, so don't ever get that twisted. What time is it? Go, go. And there's more. She also did the pot. I also like beatboxing. Need to know artist's name. Which one? Which one? Brash, are you talking about the Brass Against? Business on the low. Oh. So I also like beatboxing. And because I love alternative music and beatboxing, this shit's intense. So Improver and this Tara Stannon that I like did a remix of Deftones Change. MSNBC talking about his confession. Good. Into yeah, that's hard as fuck. I like to win. Right, right. I watched you change. Somebody asked me what my favorite like remake was. Here's the fucking two people beatbox remaking Deftones Change. Somebody asked me what my favorite remake is. That's fucking insane. Yeah. Deftones changed. For the record, if you haven't heard the original, if you haven't heard the original, let me go back over here where I was. Change in the House of Flies. I was looking at it. And I was like, oh, speaking of fucking insane fucking remakes, I'm a big Linkin Park fan. My favorite songs of all time is Passenger by Deftones with Maynard. Really? Even better than... Oh, you know what's a great fucking song today? Oh my god, you know what's a great song today? Here's the song of the day. 21 Pilots, Stressed Out. How long we been on? Hour and 20. Okay, we're cruising. Mhm. Yeah, what you think? My name's Blurry Face and I care what you think. Oh, you want to know my wife's song for me? Eh? 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 You want to know what my wife's song for her husband is, where she's like, "This is you"? You're gonna laugh. You're gonna be like, "You're not there yet, Jared." But dead ass, dead ass. My wife, fucking Starboy featuring Daft Punk, fucking Weekend. Starboy, get it? I wanted to be an astronaut type shit. Yeah. Predictable. Predictable. But yeah, stressed out. Great fucking song for today. Hmm. And it's not like I can sing it, but if you think about Starboy is the new Thriller. Yeah, Weekend's fucking insane. I can't even sing the Weekend. His shit is it's like his shit is in falsetto and it's all A. Like god damn it, man. I can't sing that note specifically. Oh, Starboy? Yeah. Carnival by Vultures featuring Playboy Cardi. Really? I'll do that. I'll fuck with that. Shit, I was listening to Carnival by Vultures. Playboy Cardi. It better bang. I'm gonna say this as a man who works with women all day. Bitches are fucking hot in rap right now. Women killing. Just throwing that out there. Change this next song. Bitches are killing right now. Hey, ladies, if you ever want to make a zillion motherfucking dollars, I will help write your music. I'm a fucking lifelong white cis male hip hop fan, especially if you're a woman of color. If you could fucking sing and you want to be a rapper, I will help you write bars. I will help you write bars. You might not need them though. Some shit could just be hot. Change is a sexy fucking song. I like the video. I think that's the wrong one. I saw the wrong one. I gotta see the talent though. You know what I mean? Can't just say you want to do it. You gotta have. That's the thing about wanting to do some shit. You gotta have the talent too and the drive. I can imagine this shit bangs hard. What do you mean, sexy red? Play it. I am playing Carnival. Oh, I gotta share it. This shit fucking goes hard. Well, mostly think about this, Alicia. It has nothing to do with your voice without a microphone. The only way you're going to train it is to use it. So what you need to do is get into a hallway, get into an open area that when you raise your voice, you are getting some help. And it's not about the thing that I've learned because I'm one of those kids. I was in fucking choir. My parents took me to fucking when we lived in Chicago. I went to get an agent to become talent when I was a little bitty fucking kid. Okay, so I've been in rooms with kids that are classically trained fucking musicians. They have a great range and pitch and register, but they don't have heart and fucking soul. They don't. You cannot teach some shit. You cannot teach. So if you are not trained, your voice is not trained, and you want to go get it, dog, you have to go in some place where your voice booms so that you aren't concerned with stressing your vocal cords by trying to be loud and that your ears are also hearing yourself and you need to pressure your range. And again, I'm not a fucking professional. I'm just somebody that kind of knows that it's not about projecting to become better at singing. It's about pressuring your range. Pressure your range. Find songs that you love to fucking sing. Yeah. It's a yeah, no shit. You gotta stress your vocal cords tonally, not with volume. Because most people they'll just walk into a room and start fucking singing. Their voice isn't that fucking strong. They can sing every fucking note and they can bang, but they don't have the ability to project. It's the microphone. It's the room you're in. And you got to understand if your voice means anything, you're going to get into an auditorium. You're going to get into these venues where you go, ah, and what? You know what I mean? So, yeah, she's pressure. I've seen Ariana Grande live. She's pressure. We don't know what's happened yet. I'm not sure the projection's a problem. Good. Think of who you're inspired by and try to angle your initial songs. You want to take well aimed shots. So we want, what do we want? Right? Like, what do you want out of your music? Do you want great social change? You got to have the biggest goal, right? Like, I just had this conversation with a bunch of football coaches. You want to win football games, and that's too small of a goal. You want to impact the community and the boys and girls that you coach and teach and shit. Too small of a goal. You want to get to the next level, still too small of a goal. Make some phone calls. You can get to the next level. You want to coach at the NFL level, coach at the college level for a while, win some fucking football games. And guess what? You're gonna get an NFL opportunity, right? There's like progressions to your fucking career, right? And then bang out some rage. One of the things that I think that female vocalists need to understand, you don't have to sing a song that isn't sung to make it. Too many times I've seen women try to sing a song that wasn't sung. The male that wrote that and sang that, he wasn't singing when he sang that. He was talking, right? Yeah. Yeah. Rage Against the Machine meets drill. Okay. That shit's hard. You know what I like along those lines? Along the lines of that carnival song? This little shorty Scott. This you could be hot. You could be hot and have a shitty voice. This is a hardcore rap and falsetto. And I bet you it sounds like this in real life too. Mm, 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 mm. Alicia Taronis. There's a Tarons. Oh, this is the song for after. Y'all want to know what the song is after? After it all goes down? Here's this song is fucking good. Saw TikTok said NATO and ICC headed to DC. Huh. You know, that would be weird. That would be really weird. No, I was trying to pronounce your fucking name, kid. So Alicia, is it Taronis or Tarons? All read by Playboy Cardi. I loved Carnival is great. And it was all red. TikTok, Joanne. Taronis. It kind of flows like Alicia Taronis. It doesn't need changed. Taronis. Taronis. So here's Playboy Cardi's all red. It's insane to me to think all the movement, all of the airspace that was empty for military flights the last 2 fucking days to inaugurate Donald Trump. Like, I don't know. Alicia Songer. Interpol would be awesome too. Interpol wouldn't be declared on an aircraft though. What time is it? 9:17. I'm with it though. I think Donald Trump saying that shit last night opens the door for investigation. Him saying that at the last possible second could be his undoing. Songer's your married name. Okay, even better. Songer is actually dope for a musician. What's your name? Alicia Songer? Like song? Like the shit I'm about to bust your head with? Yeah, that. Songer. Do it. Start writing. Look for music that you can sing to and rip and create content and just create. Think of what I do like every day, like little 5-10 minute riffs. Like that's off the fucking dome. That's like every morning a freestyle rapper just gets on and freestyles for 5-10 minutes, 3 or 4 times, and then has a podcast. Is basically what it is. Yeah. What up? What up, Shotty? I'm just about to get out of here. Um, Today's my first day of work. I'll probably stick around for like 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. Um, and you're ultimately you're gonna find songs that are in your register. Do you think they're already investigating it? Oh, instantly. As soon as it was said, it was immediately added as a line of investigation. Huh? Yeah, at the very least, it should bring the inauguration to a screeching halt. And again, if you saw that last night, what do you make of the pardons? Any time I can just make an executive order that absolutely eliminates any future unnecessary legal action against people for no goddamn reason, yeah, I would do that. Yeah. Y'all have have a good day. Big first day. For who? Oh, yeah, I started a job today. I just bring a great attitude and smile and pay attention. I'm just lucky to be here. That's it. Good to meet everybody. You know, 'cause I got y'all. I'm not like trying to make friends. You don't shit where you eat. I don't know if I ever fucking told anybody this. Spent 3 years on a witch hunt. Nothing. Nothing. Spent 3 years on a impeachment. Yeah, look what they just did to Joe Biden. They had an impeachment inquiry that yielded nothing. Yeah, yeah. hmm Just try not to fuck it up. Direction or EI? Neither. I think it's bigger than that. Set it for his supporters. Yeah, told his supporters, and then let them know like you're trapped. Like we're trapped. There's nothing we can do. And like he seemed to be having like a genuine good time on stage last night. And it's like he is so full of fucking hate, so full of hate that it wasn't until last night when he was dancing on stage with fucking. Now that I say it out loud, it's actually kind of funny. He wasn't ever really showing happiness in his whole fucking life until he was on stage with the Village People. And it's ironic. It's ironic. Oh, for fucking sure. Flipped his ass. I think he flipped. I think he. Well, I mean, other than just telling you what he was gonna do because he's an idiot, um, he stood there and told you what he's gonna do the whole fucking time. Biden left Trump a letter. I wonder what it says. I forbade them from treating your gonorrhea. I hope that's what he says. I hope that's what the letter says. That fucking what is it you can get that is in your brain that they think Donald Trump has? Is it chlamydia or gonorrhea? The one that's permanent and then like it can get in your brain and shit, and they think that Donald Trump has that. I just thought that was like the syphilis. Yeah, I made sure they won't treat your syphilis. No, 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 none of that shit. None of that shit. Uh, Elon, or not any of those people. Joe Biden puts out an executive order. We no longer treat syphilis in the government. Go get your own meds, Don. And then you know Donald Trump ain't doing that shit. So then he's just that shit's gonna eat his brain alive. You'll never have to worry about him doing shit. You just be wondering if that motherfucker wakes up, dog. Can he walk to a podium? Yeah. See about how long that lasts. Syphilis makes you go crazy. Hey, have you met this Donald Trump character, dear? Let me introduce you to fucking batshit. On stage with the village people was his last supper request. Oh my god. Are you insinuating that he eats ass? Anyway, so is that what happened to Marquise de Sade? What are you talking about? Ass eating or syphilis? Oh fuck, I don't know. Could have been both. Can't you get all that on a bad day? By the way, if you're not laughing, if gallows humor does not do it for you, I'm not for you. If gallows humor, and that's the lowest form of humor, if that doesn't fucking tickle your britches, we're probably not meant for each other. Yeah, syphilis. Yeah, but I think they think Donald Trump has it in his brain. Last Supper, yeah. Dine and Dash, Don. He probably didn't pay him either. So he probably had a I don't know about implicating a bunch of men I don't know and their role. I don't know about that. Okay. I just want to make sure. Somebody in the comments is like I'm dying and I'm like, okay. I just want to make sense. So somebody is fucking laughing at this shit. 80 people here for it. I just figured out, how I'm a narcissistic asshole? I don't ever self-deprecate. I just realized that. You need to shit on yourself more, my brain said, so people don't think you're a fucking horrible narcissist. I am nothing. I am nothing without the people that support me, like the people that are listening right now. And I'm never gonna take that for granted, not for even a fucking second. And I'm never gonna be like, I'm the fucking reason this shit is hot, bitch. Like, I might be pretty slick, but like I have so much support and it's all mostly females, mostly women. Like my entire mod team is the modriarchy, self-described, and they're not hard on me, but they have definitely confronted me over shit I've said and have corrected my behavior when it's been necessary. But again, I don't know that we've done that much. But yeah, that was funny. My brain was like, "You need to self-deprecate more. You're a fucking narcissist." To a lot of there's 80 fucking people here. You narcissist. Anyway, that's fucking the way your brain works. Anyway, so we should we should listen to Eat the Rich and get out of here. Everybody go have fun today. Who said bye? But yeah, as always, the show begins and ends with music. Start off with war, and then we end with Eat the Rich. I don't know. I have tough skin. You don't rub me wrong. I fuck like 1.92% of people are just like not about me. When are you back on? Probably after dinner tonight. I have to work. JD went to church too. God damn it. Boondock Saints. They missed their opportunity. If not after dinner tonight, tomorrow morning, same time. People are not about me. No, I said 1.92%. There's like a very small percentage of people that they will just hear me talk and they'll be like, "He's rude." And you're like, if you got rude off of this, if rude is what you got from this, oh, honey, I'm not for you. Not for you. That poor church pew. Yeah, no shit. Did it turn to ash? Just wondering. Did all of the crosses turn to ash? I'm sick of all your bitching about your poodles and your pills. I got a message. How can we support you? Gotta get this off my chest. Eat the rich. By now, spit out the best. Okay, so if you want to support me, here's PayPal. Here's Venmo. Have some fun. Rich boys who get rude. In no trouble when you eat that kind of food. Junk bonds, and then they go get stiff. And in the yacht clubs with Muffin Uncle Biff. Send Alicia a Discord invite. It's off my chest. Thank you. Yeah, yeah. You want to see the most popular post I've ever had on a Twitter like website? 5 reposts and 27 likes. Damn. And on Blue Sky. It's more popular than any post I ever had on Twitter. 27 likes? Hey, that's a fuckload. And 5 shares? Whoo. That's cooking with gas, kids. That's your freedom, bros. It's so disgusting. Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. You can send Jackie one. No, so the way I do it is there's no such thing as a day one Discord member. It's just the rules. And that's my rule. And so what I try to do is I try to interact with the chat. And if I'm consistently having an issue with what you're posting, you ain't gonna last long. But if I consistently am interacting with you and like I'm reading what you say and shit, and generally we're having a gaff, yeah, I'll invite you to Discord. We'll fuck around. Generally, we're gonna be pretty loose with somebody wanting to come be in the fucking like the background of what's going on, and they'll play themselves out. It's just like inviting someone to a poker game, right? Like they'll weed themselves out if they're not for us, right? But people have an expectation is different than reality, right? Like people act like this ain't newsroom. You know what I mean? One of the things I always like to show people, I don't have notes. I'm not reading stuff. There's not any post-its everywhere. We ain't doing none of that shit. All this shit's off the top of the fucking head. Okay? All this shit I do is off the top of the fucking dome. So I ain't no pre-planning, right? And it's a real community. It's like a real group of people just fucking trying to get through life, right? They come from all over, men and women, and there's gay and fucking people that don't people of color, right? And like it's a real life community. It really has made all of the stress of TikTok worth it, and it was not, and it was not. Just to be very clear, Idris, you're probably fine. What should you expect in the next few hours? Well, it's 9:35 my time. Guys, have a good day. Sure, mods are still there, trying to throw a few invites out. people filling in the Capital One Arena. The fucking honey pot is starting.